rosy for Real Madrid at the top of the table over in La Liga with a 5-point clearance over their nearest and dearest Barcelona. Can they extend that lead this week? We're going to get into that and much more next. That's right, folks, back once again with another video today. It is match number 11, that's right, over in Spain, of course, and Real Madrid, glorious top of the table after that all-important win in El Clasico. What am I talking about? Well, I'll tell you in a second. If you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe, your one-stop shop for Blackburn Rovers, La Liga, world football. We're going to all here under one Rooski, that's right. Now, of course, Barcelona got some more pressure on their shoulders. They got Villarreal breathing down their necks. Can they overtake them into second spot this weekend? And what about Hansi Flick? Is he starting to be under a bit of pressure? Well, we'll talk all about that and more in a second. Again, if you're new, subscribe. Big shout out to the members and the patrons. You know who you are. And can we get a cheeky 40 likes on this video? We're going to ask you deep down in your hearts to plunge a like here. Costs you absolutely nothing and does wonders for the channel. We need your loving. We need your help. We're going for a real bad patch right now. And we're trying to get back on track before the end of the year. But let's get into it. And of course, recap what went on last time around over in La Liga. And of course, what do I mean by that? I mean, of course, recapping the results. And these were those, of course, my picks on the left, the real deals on the right. My boys Sociedad, finally a massive win over Sevilla, 2-1 win. They're up and at them. Meanwhile, Girona and Real Oviedo ended up in a 3-3 thriller. Point apiece, 6 goals in it. Espanyol with, of course, Tyree Stolen, 1-0 winners in the end over Elche. Getafe beating Athletic Club at the San Mams. Monster result for them. Villarreal doing their thing over Valencia, 2-0 win. Carlos Cobahan's boys are in a bit of trouble right now. Meanwhile, Mallorca 1-1 scoreline with Levante. Real Madrid did beat Barcelona 2-1. I went with a 2-2. Osasuna with a 3-2 win, sorry, a 3-2 loss over Celta Vigo. Got that one close to the mark. Vallecano with a 1-0 over Alavés. And Atlético Madrid did beat Real Betis 2-0. So the situation at the table now looks like this. Real Madrid are 5 points clear over Barcelona. Of just the one defeat so far. Of course, Barcelona in second spot. Villarreal in third. Atlético Madrid are in fourth. Going down as of right now, it's Girona, it's Oviedo, and it is Valencia, of course. Bilbao, well, they are down to ninth right now. Not the best bit of form for them, but it is a little bit interesting over in Spain right now. With some clubs like Espanyol, Vallecano doing better than expected. Meanwhile, who else is doing better than expected? Well, let's have a look then, shall we? Over in the Prediction League. Well, take a look at it. Maka kicking ass and taking names. 11.5 points for him this past week. Finley's in the bronze. A silver spot there. Clashman in there in bronze. I picked up 5 points. Which is not bad, but could be much better than that. And if you see your name in there, please smash that like. Like I said, 40 likes. You could do this. And have your little look at the league table. The master leaderboard. Finley kicks ass right now with 105 points. Jimmy Watson's in second. And Maka now up to third in bronze. I'm moving into the top 10, into 8th. So I'm closing in on it. So, of course, get ready because I'm coming at you, boys and girls, over in the La Liga Prediction League. And if you are still interested or keen, we are still, you know, it's not over yet. It's plenty of time to get involved. This is the link. Get involved. It is free. Of course, we'll see if you can out-predict me next time around then, shall we? Let's get into the deep end. Of course, look forward to the next round of games. And these are those, of course, come at you this coming weekend. And it all kicks off this coming Friday night as Getafe take on Girona in the Battle of the G's at the Coliseum Alfonso Perez. Getafe coming at you in 10th right now, 14 points for them. Just one win, though, in the last 6. Up against the Girona side, who are 20th. 7 points for them. Just one defeat, though, in the last 5. They played Getafe 15 times since 2013. 6 wins for the visitors. That's Girona. 5 wins for Getafe. And there's been 4 draws. They last played at this venue. It was a 1-0 win for Girona back in November 2024. Right about this time last season, of course, Girona, they're exchanging victories over the past couple of occasions. It's actually 3 wins, 3 defeats over the last 6 matches for these sides. Getafe picking up that massive win at the San Mams over Bilbao most recently. Girona with that 6-goal thriller, 3-3 in the end over Oviedo. The bookies will be looking at this one. Of course, they've got cup action as well. The Copa del Rey kicks off. Both sides are in action today. But this match itself, Getafe just edge it in the bookies. I'm going to go with a draw, I think, on a Friday night. That's right. Let's go to Saturday's games. It is Villarreal against Vallecano. What a game this could be at the Stadio di Salamanca. Villarreal and Marcelino are third right now. 20 points for them. Just one win, though, in the last 5. Up against the Vallecano side under Igno Perez. They are 7th with 14 points. Unbeaten in the last 5. That's including 4 wins out of the last 5 matches. They played each other 27 times since 1997. 16 wins for Villarreal. There's been 6 wins for Vallecano. 5 draws between these two sides. They last played at this venue. It resulted in a 1-1 scoreline way back in December 2024. Villarreal are unbeaten against Vallecano over the last 4. They're coming into on the back of that 2-0 win over Valencia. Vallecano beating Alavés most recently. The bookies' odds for this one, again, cup action is the focus this midweek, but Villarreal should win this game according to the bookies. I'm going to go with them as well. 2-0 winners. They are definitely a real threat for that for top 2, I'd say, right now. Over in La Liga. Let's go to Madrid now, shall we, as Atlético take on Sevilla. That's right, the Metropolitano. Atlético under Diego Simeone are 14th right now, just one defeat in the last 6. They've got 19 points for them. Up against Sevilla under Matias Almeida, they are 11th with 13 points. They played Atlético 67 times since 1993, 24 wins for Madrid, 22 wins for Sevilla. There's been 21 draws. They last played at this venue. It was a 4-3 win, 7-goal Bobby Dazzler back in December 2024. Atlético have only lost once in the last 5 competitive matches against Sevilla. That was back in February 2024. Coming into this, though, Atlético with that 2-0 win over Rayo Betis. Sociedad beating Sevilla last time around. The odds right here, right now, of course, going with Atlético. They're strong favourites for this game. They should win this one comfortably, and I'm going to go with them a win as well. And a 3-1 win in my eyes for the host. Let's go to my boys, Sociedad up against Bilbao. Sociedad under Sergio Francesco. They currently find themselves 17th with 9 points for them. Just won 2 defeats in the last 5 matches up against Bilbao and Ernesto Valverde. They sit 9th right now, 14 points for them, just 1 defeat in the last 4. This match coming out of the Real Arena. Of course, these two sides have played 61 times since 1994, 20 wins apiece and 21 draws. They last played at this venue back in May 2025, resulting in a 0-0 scoreline. The away side has not won this game since Sociedad beat Bilbao at the Sand Mountain. Well, actually, that was a final. I don't know, probably a neutral venue. The last time an away side won this game was when Sociedad beat Bilbao at the San Mams back in December 2020. In quite a few years, though. Sociedad on the back of that 2-1 win over Sevilla. Bilbao losing to Getafe. Bookies for this one, they're going in favour just slightly of Sociedad here. I'm going to go with a 2-0 win. I think they may have turned a massive corner this past week. And let's go to Real Madrid now as they take on Valencia over at the Bernabeu. That's right. So Real Madrid and Xabi Alonso are top of the table. 5 wins on the spin, 27 points for them. Up against Valencia under Carlos Cobahan, they're 18th right now, winless in the last 5. They played 72 times since 1993. 41 wins for Real Madrid, 16 wins for Valencia. There's been 15 draws. They last played over at the Bernabeu. Get this, 2-1 winners it was for Valencia back in April 2025. Madrid on the back of that 2-1 win over Barcelona. Valencia losing to Villarreal. Valencia only scoring 1 goal in the last 3 games. It's not been a good season for them so far, and they're expected to get tonked in this game. I'm going to go with a win for Real Madrid as well. Big win, 4-0 win. Carlos Cobahan in trouble in the dugout. Let's hop on over to Sunday. What am I thinking about? Sunday, it's Levante up against Celta Vigo, the Cuet de Valencia. Levante under Julian Calero. They sit 15th right now, 9 points for them. They're on 50% form for them at the moment. That's 1-2, lost 2, and drawn 2. Up against Celta Vigo under Claudio Giraldes. They're unbeaten in the last 5. They sit 13th. With 10 points, of course. They played each other 24 times since 2006. 6 wins Levante, 12 wins for Celta Vigo. There's been 6 draws. They last played over at Levante. It was a 2-0 win for Celta Vigo back in September 2021. Celta Vigo are unbeaten against Levante over the last 4, picking up 2 wins and 2 draws. Coming into Levante are on the back of a draw. 1-1 it was last time around against Mallorca. Celta Vigo, that 3-2 win over Osasuna. And they are favoured to win this game, according to the bookies, with both clubs in action in the Copa del Rey this midweek. Going to go with a win for Celta Vigo, 2-1 winners. They're doing quite good stuff right now. For Celta Vigo. Let's go to Alavés up against Espanyol. That's right, coming at the Estadio de Mendoza. Alavés under Eduardo Coudet. They sit 12th right now with 12 points. They're looking at just 1 win though in the last 6 matches. Up against Espanyol, just 1 defeat in the last 5. They're actually on 50% form for them over the last 6. That's 1-2, lost 2, and drawn 2 coming into this. They sit 5th right now, 18 points for them. They played Alavés 26 times since 1999. 11 wins for Espanyol, 8 wins for Alavés. There's been 7 draws between the two sides. They last played over at this venue. It was a 1-0 win for Espanyol back in February 2025. In fact, Espanyol did the double over Alavés last season and only lost once against them in the last 6. Alavés are on the back of that 1-0 loss to Vallecano. They've only scored 1 goal themselves. Actually, it's been back-to-back games without a goal for Alavés. Espanyol on the back of a 1-0 win over Elche. Back-to-back clean sheets for them. 3 clean sheets at the last 4 for Espanyol. And the bookies will back them. No, they won't. They're backing Alavés. Goodness gracious me. What are they thinking? What are they thinking? Money to be made here. Money to be made. I'm actually going with a draw here. Maybe sitting on the fence a bit too much on that one. for me. Let's go to Barcelona then as they take on Elche coming at the Estadio Olympic Luis Companys. Barcelona under Hansi Flick, they sit second with 22 points. They've won 3 and they've lost 3 over the last 6 matches. Elche under Eder Sariba, they sit 8th right now, 14 points on them. They're absolutely doing crazy stuff this season. We're winners though in the last 3. They played Barcelona 13 times. They've lost 12 of them and only picked up the 1 draw. They last played at this venue. It was a 3-0 win for Barcelona back in September 2022. Barcelona on the back of that 2-1 loss to Real Madrid. Of course, looking at the recent run of form here, of course, it's at home. They should win this game. Elche are on the back of that one. They lost to Espanyol. Haven't scored a goal in the last 2. Bookies odds for this one, Barcelona massively fancied. We're going to go 3-0 winners for the hosts on this one. Real Betis taking on Mallorca coming at you over at the Benito Villamaran. Mamo Pellegrini's boys are 6 right now with 16 points. They're a winless though in the last 3. Up against Mallorca under Jacobo Areste, they sit 16th with 9 points, just 1 defeat in the last 4. Now they've played 40 times since 1997. 19 wins for Real Betis. We've got 14 wins for Mallorca. There's been 7 draws between the 2 sides. They last played over at Betis. It was a 2-1 win for Mallorca back in September 2024. The hosts on the back of a 2-0 loss to Atlético. That was back on the 27th of October. Meanwhile, Mallorca on the back of that 1-1 scoreline at home to Levante. Bookies will back Betis. I'm going to back them as well. Going to go 2-1 winners for Pellegrini's boys. And then finally, Oviedo up against Osasuna, the back of the O's. That's right. Let's come back on Monday. Carlos Tatia. Oviedo under Luis Miguel Carrion. They sit in 19th right now, which is 7 points. Just 1 win in the last 6. Up against Osasuna, who are 14th. 10 points, just 1 win in the last 6. Now, they played each other 10 times since 1993. 3 wins for Oviedo, 5 wins for Osasuna. There's been 2 draws between the 2 sides. They last played at this venue, 2-1 winners it was, for Oviedo back in October 2018. Oviedo on the back of that 3-3 thriller away to Girona. Osasuna on that 3-2 loss to Celta Vigo, as both sides involved in goal fests last time around. The bookies will back Osasuna on this one. I think Oviedo have got something in this one. Don't think much, but I'm going to go with a 1-1 scoreline. And if I'm right, which I believe I am, this is what the table will look like. It'll be Real Madrid top of the table with a 5-point clearance still, with Barcelona in second spot. Villarreal remaining in third, and Atlético Madrid are in fourth. Going down, Girona, Oviedo, and Valencia right here, right now. And a recap of that league if you want to get involved with the Prediction League. And of course, don't forget to smash that like. 40 likes. That's the ask. We are in need. We are in need of the likes. We're in need of your subscribes. So of course, we're trying to get this channel back to the big time, of course. But until then, we'll see you soon whenever we return. Until then, we are done.